We're live and back for episode number 42 of Extend the Drive Best Ball Live, where best ball is always king. Sean Mitchell here, your host. Speaking of kings, have a couple of legends coming on the stream today who have a fun new way. It's not too totally new, but it's a really cool concept, a whole new platform, a new way to do best ball, which again, this channel is mainly all best ball. That's all we talk, that's all we speak. Only language we know. So, with that being said, the guys over from SBS are joining me today. We have Boris, we have Rich, the Vagner brothers. How you guys doing?
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having us. I'm so excited to win this thing live on stream.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, always got to be crushing.
Appreciate you having us. Honestly, it means a lot.
Yeah. My pleasure, man. Like I said, I've followed you guys ever since you guys really got kind of launched the platform SBS. You know, it started around the banana best ball, which is a cool thing. 100K, guaranteed there. 25K to first. Really cool format, which we are definitely going to deeply dive into here. But first up, before we get into all that, again, thank you guys for joining me. But for the other thing, but for anybody that may not know who you guys are. By the way, I've got all the links in the comment section below. I've got their handles on X. I've got their links to their website, to the platform. And then, you can throw in my referral code if you want to. It's up to you. But just saying.
We'll use his referral code.
Use the referral. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. But first off, guys, let's get a little background. So tell us a little bit, about yourselves, kind of how you guys popped into this, the idea around it, and what kind of made you guys want to launch a best ball platform?
Yeah, 100%. I'll let Boris. I think sharing this out. First thing, if anybody from SBS is watching this, give Sean a subscribe to his channel. You know what I mean? Give him a follow on Twitter. We started this 6 years ago, so it's been a cool second. But we've always played fantasy football. Right. We were deep into the best ball field, and we pretty much. Before, we actually had a fantasy football advice show. Me and Boris ran.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. But then we got into
start sits questions and all that.
Yeah, we were literally on Facebook Live helping.
Oh, nice.
It was fun. It was fun. And then we pretty much got into, I don't know if any of you guys know, Bored Ape, the NFT space. I know it's a hot subject. But we got in and we were like, holy crap, the technology behind the blockchain and all that was super cool. But how do we combine this? How do we fuse it all together? Launched SBS, gave millions in prizes. It kind of blew up, and just poured in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, and try to build something cool. Because we're players, we're users ourselves, so we were like, how do we build the most fun, engaging product? It kind of got I'm not trash talking anything, but kind of gets a little old when you're doing hundreds of drafts. We just thought, how do we spice it up? How do we bring something new? Added positions, added gamification, jackpot drafts, all that stuff. Yeah,
I definitely think some fun things that we're definitely going to touch on, those cool items that you just mentioned. But yeah, Boris, go ahead. What about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing fantasy football, for 20 plus years.
I would say playing is generous. Losing, maybe.
Okay. It's crazy.
The brother banter here.
I'm literally way better than him, but because he's 10 years younger than me, all he does is just trash talk.
You have to.
Okay, you have to. You're right.
I can tell you guys got total different drafting philosophies too. I'm sure in the different metas there, the old school versus the new school.
Exactly.
Don't use your brain versus use your brain score.
Go ahead, Boris.
No, but I've been a fantasy football DJ in my whole life, and I think one of our other founder, the third founder, who he's there, but he's kind of silent right now. Gotcha. Funny enough, right? He was a diehard best ball person, and he won the first ever draft, the first company that Jeremy
from play draft. Yeah,
he didn't win first play. I think he won second.
Yeah. Nice.
Second play. So he kind of started getting us into it. He's like, dude, best ball is where it's at. So we first had a dynasty product our first year getting into it.
Okay.
And then we're like, oh my God, okay, best ball. He kept telling us about it. And once we started it, we're like, okay, once you start best ball, you can't go back. It's just so addicting, so amazing. And we felt like, okay, we created this we created and we added the blockchain with it. And like right now, we just feel like, okay, people hate crypto, people might trash it, whatever. But like the technology of it is just amazing because we feel like being able to buy and sell teams. Like imagine you're playing underdog and with all that amount of money and you have options of buying and selling a team. I think being able to like get equity for your team, being able to buy and sell throughout the season, I think makes it cool. So we felt like, okay, like why not create our own contest with the fact of like, first off, buying and selling a teams. And if our contest gets massive enough, then you'll really, really feel it.
And we saw it in the Dynasty product because the prize pool was so huge. Like in the last game, before the last game, somebody sold their team for like $100,000.
Yeah, and that's something I was going to mention. Like, that kind of brings it, and I've mentioned it multiple times too. Like, best ball already, if you're like a diehard and you play a lot, I kind of treat it just like the stock market. I mean, that's really what you do, So you're bringing kind of that aspect where, I mean, obviously nobody's probably going to sell your shit teams. Nobody's going to buy those probably. But hey, yeah, if you've got a team that's down to. Yeah, and for whatever, if it's in the, you're getting into week 15, 16, and you've got to bang your team going, that's the name of the game. Sell high, or buy, sell high and buy low. So
exactly,
I think that is really a cool part of what you guys do too. Being able to find stuff in the season.
You're sitting there and you just literally get like a person being like, oh yeah, like goes in a DM or gives you like, and you get a notification. Oh my God, someone just put a list, an offer for X amount of money, right? And then you start thinking about it. Okay, like you're like, all of us best ball DJs are like, yeah, like I'm never gonna sell it, right? Like my team,
never
sell. But that number, becomes, gets bigger and bigger, and it's a good team, and you're like, okay, like maybe I haven't been able to like, I don't know, make as much money on this, and like I don't know, it just gives you the option.
It's like the cash out button, that you get with like sports betting.
Exactly.
Like,
and people love.
You got an 8-leg parlay, and it's going to cash for $10K, and you're at leg 9. You can cash out for $6,000-$7,000 and make that money, and not have to worry about it, not have to sweat it, and then not have to deal with either the win or hopefully you do win, but then the loss that everybody loves that last leg of a parlay, right? So yeah, it's kind of like that too. That's what you were saying. Like if you had a team, like you said. You get the first offer, I'd be like, hey, let's auction this thing. Let's see the highest bidder. Let's get everybody in here. If you want to bid, let's run an auction. Yep. Let me get the biggest bidder here.
I mean, that's smart, honestly.
$40 $55 going, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Be in here. Okay, next up, $50 more. You'll just keep upping it. I mean, that would be really interesting.
Exactly. I think with a 100K prize pool, right? Like, it's a decent size, right? But like once it gets to like
25,000 in first place is nothing to scoff at.
It's nothing to scoff off, right? But I feel like as this continues to grow, like you'll feel it more and more and more. Like So yeah.
Well, yeah, like if it ever gets to like BBM size, like
that's what I'm saying.
It's just such a big drop off, right? You make it to the final week, and you're going from 3 million to a 5K, like. Like if you could sell it for 100K, like
exactly. And how many people don't get that final sweat? Like, of course, you want that final sweat because it's so difficult to get there. But like you said, the last one, it's 5K relative to 3 million. Maybe someone is like, okay, like I made it to there. I'm down to sell my team for like 10K, 20. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can max out BBM a couple more times with with 10K that you just cash off of one lineup. So that sweat. I will say the sweat equity, like you mentioned, like there's nothing like it. Like if you get into a final, like there's nothing like a sweat equity. But at the same time, money talks. And if somebody's got a lot more money and they're willing to just drop off a 10 or 20K piece and be like, hey, I'll just buy it just to see where it goes. They may win it all, and you may be thinking after you sold it, like, oh shit, what did I do? But hey, you still made out like a bandit, right? Like. It's not like you lost. You just 1,000 extra money or whatever it is, and you're like, okay, well, that's fine with me. Like I won. you really did. So yeah, it's really cool. Got a few people in the chat already. Riz Brian, let's go. Razor, on to something with the new format. Well, you're about to learn about it because we're about to jump right into it. Number 2, number 2, chat. Fantasy Dog, appreciate you, man. You've been in the last few streams. Appreciate you joining us. Boom, we're live. Best ball is addicting. You're right. Like, you know, he mentioned the play draft stuff, and that's funny because that was whenever I really started to get into it. Like, I played on it was Draft Street was the very first platform that I played on, and it's been 10 years now.
That's crazy.
And I've just constantly followed Jeremy because, you know, he made play draft, and I just got addicted to it and play draft. It's like, man, you're telling me that I can draft teams, never touch them again, and I can draft hundreds of them and never have to worry about them. I don't have to look at them again if I don't want to.
Yeah, and the prize pool is just so much. It's so massive. You know?
Yeah, you know, you can play, and of course, I still do like DraftKings and stuff. I'll still play some of the underdog dailies, you know, the weekly tournaments and stuff like that. But like we said before, there's nothing like getting into a best ball sweat. Like absolutely nothing of having, you know, I think last year, which I didn't have that great of a year last year, but I still had like, I don't know, 12 or 13 teams that got into the finals and just really didn't have any luck.
No big deal. No big deal.
I mean, I ended up losing money on the year.
Right,
the year before, I actually had a much better year, won a few thousand, and you know, I think I had probably just as many teams going into the finals. Just had a really good one, hit the puppy, and got 11. But that was the only thing that really was, you know, major to me. But again, that's the fun part about best ball. And people are like, "Well, why are you putting your money into?" And I tell my wife, it's like it's a savings account till after Christmas, and then you get all your Christmas money back. You know, it's like it's right there. So, but anyway, all right. I made this new layup. Let's try it out. This is the SBS website here. So let's talk about it. So obviously you have the contest, 100K banana best ball, 25K to first. Now, I want you to talk about these cool features here and tell us, well, you tell us, what do you want to tell everybody on why they need to come here, why they need to be playing on SBS, and then let's talk about the format.
Should we run through the tutorial? What do you think, Boris?
Where is the tutorial?
If you go to FAQ at the top.
Gotcha.
And then the top one, tutorial how to play, if you click that. Boom.
Nice. Okay.
I mean,
yeah, I kind of talked about that. Yeah, 25.
You sure you want to go through the tutorial? We should just say it. Like,
well, they know.
And let's before, instead of just let's
how do you even get out of here?
I can get back out of here.
Oh, it's over. You have to stay there.
So first, let's talk about the format. Let's do the format first because that's first and foremost. What's the format, scoring format, and then roster size, and then I want you to dive into the positions of how you don't draft a Jahmyr Gibbs, you don't draft a Bijan Robinson. So let's start with that, and then I'm going to jump into a draft. Yeah, and then I still do want to touch on these cool stuff, all this extra stuff that you're working on, but I think we can do that while we're working on the draft. Yeah. So let me
go back.
So go back. Yeah.
I think I have a free one. I saw.
I do. Yeah, I've got a free one here.
Yeah. Press enter. Press.
There it is.
Yeah.
Pass. Okay.
Okay.
This is perfect. Yeah. Now you can kind of touch on what we were talking about.
Let's do it. The roster is 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 1 defense, and then you have 8 bench. And then the scoring is pretty much exactly like DraftKings. So we do have the bonus.
1 point PPR.
1 point PPR. We have bonuses for 300 yards passing, 100 rushing and receiving, 100 or rushing or receiving. And then, I would say the team positions, everything else is pretty similar. We do have defenses. I will say that.
Okay, yeah.
The team positions.
I will say that's better than having kickers. I will say kickers is where I'm like, all right, man, kind of. Yeah. But defense is fine. I mean, defenses can. I've seen defenses in some weird scoring format, like leagues, like actually win contests and be like, be the deciding factor in some stuff. So that's it can happen. It can happen.
One thing that before Richard even gets to team position, there's going to be a draft type reveal. So we're going to see.
Rip.
Oh man.
So you want in the middle one, you want jackpot, or like.
Gotcha. Like a casino, slot reel, right?
Yes, and we'll kind of explain to you what a jackpot is, what a Hall of Fame is, and some other types. But Richard.
Okay. We can do it. I mean, a jackpot is pretty crazy. It pretty much if you win this league, you'll advance straight to the finals. So
okay, that's what I thought I'd read on the jackpot. You go straight to the finals.
Yeah, you skip both weeks of the playoffs, and then Hall of Fame, you pretty much compete for more prizes, And then this is the first year where we combine them. If you combine Jackpot and Hall of Fame, you get Jack Off. And that's you just get both perks. You go to the finals if you win, and you go you compete for more prizes. But the team position, yeah, I mean, really quick, it's pretty much you get the highest scoring player that week. So if Jamar Chase scores 10, but T. Higgins scores 20, you'll get T. Higgins 20. Pretty much.
Right, yeah. I think that's the coolest aspect too, because I mean, even if like you're down to the running back 4 on your team, you're getting the points still. Like, you still get the points.
They're always live. That's the thing. How many injuries already happened?
Yeah, it's happening every day. We're talking about injuries every single day that are happening, and we're still a month away from week 1. So that's one of the coolest things I think is that you don't have to worry about, and we're on the clock here. I mean, it's pretty hard to go, which Puka was kind of hurt today. It's really hard to get, which I mean, San Francisco seems to be a good running back. And this being full PPR, I think the play would be either the Rams or Dallas.
I mean, I know the Puka situation. Like, who knows? But I'd probably go LA.
Yeah. I think that's. I think I have to go that way myself.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Stafford's going to get it to whoever is out there on the field anyway. And obviously, if it's not Puka, it'll be Devontae Adams, and I'm not too worried about whoever is on the field catching the ball as long as they're scoring, and we know they will. So now we've kind of discussed, it's full point PPR, and now this is a fully cumulative. It's not pod. It's not again, you just basically play till the end of the season. Best team wins, right?
No, it is pod. So
it is pod.
It's pod. It's this pod, and then the top 2 people advance to the playoffs, and then you get put in a pod of 10 first round, so week 15 again top 2. Then week 16, a pot of 10, top 2, and then week 17 finals. It was 115 people last year for the finals.
Oh, for the finals, 115?
Yeah.
And I guess that's just determined on the size at the end of whenever it closes?
Yeah. Should be somewhere close.
Yeah, so, and you guys close on, I'm guessing, just
the 9th. So we're going to literally go up until probably an hour. Literally before.
Right before to
because our drafts are also pretty fast. They're like 30-minute a draft for the most part. So yeah, like an hour before, you get in there, and they'll finish half an hour before kickoff. So
perfect.
Yeah, it is 15 rounds compared.
Okay, 15 rounds. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think it was the full 18-round roster or 20-round roster that you get on other sides.
And it's 10 people too, which makes it.
Okay, yeah, it's even better. I mean, if you're talking about like the pod luck and stuff, like going from 12 to 10, you're kind of already, increasing your odds there at that. But I see that Riz Bryan is he's in the chat. He's also in the draft. So
yeah.
Just fair warning. If you say any player you want, he's probably gonna snipe him. So.
He's gonna snipe you. I guess I'll have to wait until it gets on the clock to start discussing my next pick. Then.
One thing that we did at it, especially for new people coming in, right? Like if you click into each position, like at the right there, we added like stats and ranks.
Nice,
which is nice. Cool. Of course.
And it tells you kind of the backups too.
Yeah. It tells you the whole depth chart, and of course, if there was a trade and all that, it would change a bit. It could vary, but
sure.
It definitely helps you to know like which ones have done well.
Yeah, and I see you got the queue here. Obviously, you got the board, which is pretty cool. I like the board view here, and you have the chat too. Huh? A lot of is there a lot of trash talk that goes on in the chat? Nobody uses the chat.
Not much, but I will say when they have, there has been some like pretty intense,
pretty much some profane stuff going on in there.
Sometimes there has been, but yeah, they don't use it as much as I like. I feel like if I was playing.
You'd be in it on it. If I get sniped, I'm definitely gonna let somebody know in the chat. That's for sure.
Exactly.
I think Drafters is the only other one that I know of that has a chat. And it's hilarious because obviously I follow a lot of Drafters on Twitter, and it's like, and when they start ranting on Twitter, they're like, "Please add a chat on Underdog." They want it so bad. It's like how bad that would be. Like Drafters is already bad enough. I've seen some stuff on in there, and it's funny. It can get pretty wild in those streets. But man, if DraftKings or UD had a chat, it would just be.
They can't legal, like they're just too big, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like it would just be like death threats every other line. Like it's all there was to it. You take my Joe Burrow and I got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and your houses get burned down. That's
literally. I'm about to drive. Let me get your. I'm about to drive. Wait, it's like I just literally found your address. I'm gonna post it in there. I'm gonna come to you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna call Trump and tell him I found oil under your house.
yeah. We're getting swatted here in just a minute. But we are about to be back on the clock here. So we've already taken the LA Rams pretty much wide receiver core. But the other thing is like it gets down here. Does it get to the seconds and the
it does. So
I thought it does.
Wide receiver twos, RB2s. RB2s are not sexy. I'll be honest. Like you don't want RB2s because it's hard for the second guy.
Did you see that? Well, he has to pick. Well, did you see the coach speak on Mary Hampton? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at Kenneth Walker here, or that. I really like New Orleans this year.
I love it. He hates it, but I love
New Orleans.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I'm going New Orleans. I mean, you got Olave, you got Jordan Tyson.
Bro, they just got better. And what did
they beefed up their O-line? I think Tyler Shough takes a massive step in year two under Kellen Moore. Fastest offense in the league. Like, what is there not to like about it?
Well, bro, what did he just finish? Wait, what did he just finish?
Let me say. I'm a Chiefs fan, and they keep stealing all of our defensive players.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see that. I can see it. But I mean, it's the offense. It's the offense we're worried about here.
You're right.
Points.
I mean, it's a smash. To me, it's a smash. Like it's
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Riz isn't ahead of me, but he took KC. So
KC for sure.
KC, I would have definitely. I was hoping they'd come back to me, but it's definitely not looking that way. But still a lot of good running backs in this range. I see Cincinnati. Chase Brown's obviously looking like a heavy workload. Achane looking like a heavy workload.
And you saw that with
Derrick Henry.
With Chase that they're going to use him in the slot. They say
they're going to split him out wide a lot more, use him more in the pass game, which they should. I mean, he's a really good pass catcher.
He is for sure.
Not a big fan of Houston's wide receivers, even though they have some good names. Philadelphia, I'm not so keen on. Now, Chicago is an interesting one. But I think I'm gonna go.
I think we have to grab a running back, or it'll be safe.
Yeah, it's either Cincinnati or Baltimore for me. Who do you guys like? I mean, it's Derrick Henry. It's the only thing is he doesn't catch a lot of passes. That's where in like this full point PPR, this would probably be a better bet.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm high on Chase Brown.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I mean. They did, I did report that yesterday. Like Derrick Henry is supposed to be getting more into the pass game, but is he really he's just not really a pass catching back.
He isn't, but let's be real. Also, when they do give him the ball, he does very well.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think he's going to get a heavy workload, but I'm hoping, the Ravens don't exactly have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, making defenses stay honest, and I think that's what also helps Chase Brown a lot in that offense and they're going to they leaned on him pretty heavily last year. So guys, he's going to have the workload. I do think the whole P-Run stuff last year was kind of flukish. I don't think he's probably going to be doing that again this year. Zach Taylor probably wants to keep his job, and I don't think he's going to go that same route. But all right, so we've made 3 picks. We've got the Cincinnati running back 1. We got the Rams wide receivers. We got New Orleans wide receivers. But that's what I wanted to go down here and look because I thought there was you can get Cincinnati wide receiver 2, but those only have to score just for and that's even still the same thing. Like if T. Higgins becomes the 1 and Yoshi Loss becomes the next guy up, he would be the new wide receiver 2, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, just whoever scores the second highest points that week.
Gotcha. Yep. Oh, okay. And it doesn't even matter. It's just whoever on the team. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So it's hard because you pretty much need 2 people to go off for the wide receiver 2 to do good.
Right.
But still, I mean, I don't know. Cincinnati wide receiver 2 compared to Miami wide receiver 1, it's close.
It's real close.
I mean, last year Cincinnati and I think a couple of others did better than some ones for sure.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you got 2 studs like that, and even Jacksonville's wide receiver 1 here is definitely a good bet too.
Agreed.
It's the best format to get some Jacksonville shares.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I mean, because that wide receiver group is going to go off probably every single week. I'm kind of surprised that they're that far down in the ADP.
So much, we make these tweets, but relative to Underdog and DraftKings, right? There's just so much value. Like in retrospect, ADP.
Yeah. Right. But I was kind of shocked to see them that far down. Like they're my third, wide receiver there, and that's to me they've got a lot of value within the whole room. So
we were just talking about this on another stream we did, but like if you click the board really quick, like
yeah, sure.
I feel like those wide receivers, Chargers, Tampa Bay, Philly, Houston, are kind of, if not worse, on the same par of the wide receivers that go after them, like Chicago, Giants, or like even more down there.
Chicago, I'm definitely high on Chicago.
Yeah, Giants.
Like you're getting neighbors, but then what's behind him? Like you got a bunch of guards. The San Francisco can barely stay healthy. I'm not just Carolina. Wouldn't really want to be in on this format. I mean, I do like them, but as far as like the whole passing core is not exactly one that I would just be looking to target.
What do you mean? Who's behind neighbors? OBJ, of course.
Yeah. I get Dallas's running back here.
Yeah, Dallas is I think the best.
That's the best value at running back.
The best value compared to the other sites. They're the lowest on our site.
And that's what I was just. I guess I'm amazed at some of these ADPs. I'm like, what? I can get Dallas. Got the Jacksonville, there, and then in the fourth round I got Jacksonville, and then the fifth round I get the Dallas running back. Like to me that's pretty good value.
Yeah, there's a lot of value on this site because it's so like new and like the format, right? It's like so unsolved.
Because you have to think about the whole depth chart. You can't just think about that one player. Like you've got, and of course, obviously, good for people that know and look at depth charts and know who's behind each player. Like, if so and so goes down and then so and so goes down, well, they've got this other guy who's really good too that could jump in. So knowing those extra roster spots can really catapult you in this contest. I can see that. I was looking at Riz Bryan's team here. Detroit, obviously good start there. Saquon and Tank Bigsby, I think, is a really good running back room. Like Philadelphia's running back room, probably way more than their receiving group. Chicago, Washington. I'm not just totally. I mean, yeah, the Washington offense could be really good again. I guess I would probably rather have their wide receiver than running back if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
But and then Giants.
If he doesn't break the flag.
Jacksonville.
I like it, bro, because there's two of them, though. And I mean, if Cam can stay healthy.
Yeah, and I mean, either way, the only thing that would be the hurt part of that, of having a running back room that basically two guys are always playing, is they kind of cannibalize each other,
Sure.
and then what if they're only both scoring 10 or 11 points? It's like, that's kind of tough.
True. We could. I want. Yeah. What do you think?
I'm thinking I like the Carolina running back room, but I mean, it's kind of hard to not take.
I know.
Josh Allen here.
I think because we can get another running back and have a 3-3. That's not bad. Like I kind of like.
I can't pass on Josh Allen here, right? I mean,
because we're gonna have a 3-3. Like and honestly, having a 3-3 is.
That was the next thing I was going to ask, because you were kind of talking about structure here. Is that so? What are the most common standard structures that you guys kind of see in this format? Because 15 roster spots, so you only get 15 picks. But yeah, I guess in like a 2 quarterback, 3 or 4 running back, 3 or 4 wide receiver, then obviously like 2 tight ends and 1 defense or 2 defenses.
So yeah,
you get fragile and do 1 defense if you want.
Yeah. Could even
why don't you talk about that?
I would say you can play around with so many things, but I would say like most people take probably more than 1 defense. I would say they probably go like 3-3, 4. 2.
No, they go like everybody gets 3 or 4 wide receivers, 3 or 4 running backs, and then 2 or 3 QBs and tight ends, and then 2 defense.
Yeah, and that's like I kind of like being just in any best ball format. If I take like an early quarterback like Josh Allen, like I don't need 3, I don't think. But
no, you definitely don't. Yeah.
I mean, I like Colson Loveland a lot, and I kind of like the Chicago tight end. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Loveland. I like the value there on because I mean he's still got Cole Kmet behind him, and probably a little early on tight end, but I mean that's kind of a premium tight end spot. Next, you got like Tyler Warren, which is a good one. Laporta, Kittle, which is injured, Kraft, which is injured.
It's only tricky because now we're kind of stuck with 2 RB1s. That's the trade.
That's where it kind of dries up real quick.
Yeah,
the running backs. Yeah, I can see that now.
Because like we already went elite quarterback, and we could have done that, but like going elite quarterback and then kind of elite tight end.
No, I got this, guys. If you're listening, don't draft a running back or you're banned.
We're doing the hot take. No, we're doing a little fragile. We're doing a little fragile. That's okay.
That's okay.
Nobody's in. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Kind of vicious. I know it. So let's do a quick recap here. What we got? We're 7 picks in. We've got the Buffalo quarterback. We've got Cincinnati running back 1, Dallas running back 1, LA Rams running back or wide receiver 1, New Orleans wide receiver 1, Jacksonville wide receiver 1, and then Chicago tight end. Nobody's going to give us a running back here, so definitely going to be diving and probably taking 4 running backs, a couple of 2s, and hope that they hit the board once or twice. But
exactly,
that's okay. I'm not too mad about that.
Yeah, I mean, it can still work out. To say that, like, oh my God, I have it figured out and this can never happen.
I mean, the Denver running back 2 is not a bad one to have. The New England running back 2 is not a bad one to have.
Agreed.
I mean, the person who won last year had a running back 2 on their roster.
Yeah, I think that, because there's so many ambiguous backfields now. And, yeah, I'm kind of just like
so who do we go here is the question.
I mean, do I go double, which they both got the same bye week? I could just do Dak and could just be a defensive bro and just go ahead and take Houston defense.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, best defense in the league by far. So
yeah, Richard thinks the Rams are going to be better, but I'm a Texan.
I mean, Aaron Donald might come back. They got Myles Garrett now,
and Trent McDuffie.
They're going to be really, really tough. I mean, their defense was pretty dang good last year, and now you add in potentially Aaron Donald, it's that's going to be a pretty nasty Myles Garrett. That's going to be a nasty defense.
Well, that team is
really is, for sure.
I mean, that's if Aaron Donald can still play. He is retired.
I think they were saying he's coming, right?
I mean, he's been practicing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything official saying that he's returning, but I have definitely seen him practicing. So, gonna assume that he's gonna play.
Bro, let's just get both. Let's corner the defensive mark.
We could just load up on the defenses right now and be done with it, and then head on to.
We could stack here with a. I mean, I know we don't want to go so early on another quarterback.
Talking Rams.
Yeah, with the Rams, potentially. Unless we don't have to. This is.
I like it. I kind of like that, and I'd be done at quarterback. So
yeah,
either way, I think that's a good.
Or we could have got the best ball killer, Kyle Pitts.
Well, if I hadn't already taken an early tight end, I probably might have thought about that one too. But I do like the stack there. I mean, obviously, stacking in best ball is obviously a big thing to have there. And let's go
how much are you thinking about week 17 when you're doing drafts? Is that a big part of you drafting or not?
Like compared to prior years, not near as much. Like I really hardly any. I'm going to be flat out honest. Like I have not paid attention to week 17 much at all this year. Like I've been more focused on getting just sound, good construction, getting my guys for one thing. One of the major things that I kind of mentioned earlier on in the drafting season was that I wanted to be more intentional, with drafting this year. Like I didn't just want to hammer out drafts all day, every day like I've done in the past years, get burnt out real quick. I've taken weeks off at a time over the summer where I just haven't drafted a single draft. So yeah, I think it was just I've just more so been like, I just want to get my guys. I want to make sure my teams make sense. And then like week 17 is probably the last thing that I look at if I, if it's like I'm in between a pick or something, I'll be like, okay, what do they got week 17? Because there are like 4 or 5 games that I kind of got my eye on, but I'm not really focused on that as much. I'll be honest.
That's interesting,
What
especially.
do you guys think?
No, I'm honestly the same way as you. Like, get your guys. Like, I think my exposure page is just messed up. Like last year, I think 40% Rashee Rice before he went ahead and killed our QB, and then almost whatever.
Yeah.
But
let's hope that doesn't happen this year because I've got about 30% Rashee Rice right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Let's hope that he smashes.
I feel like Kelsey's a very good, very good value too.
Okay,
and the whole team, people sleeping.
The whole team, just everybody, yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes.
Man,
what are we getting?
I mean, I could go Seattle defense here and just basically be done with defense too. Seattle's defense is pretty right. I don't really need a quarterback. Tight end, I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack on Seattle defense here and be done at defense. And then basically be focused on running back, wide receiver, and tight end. And that's why I did that, is because there's like all of these running back twos that I think could play on the board. Like Denver running back 2, Sean Payton uses his running back so much that any of his running back 2s could potentially still hit your lineup. And then New England, obviously, if whoever, Travion Henderson or Ramondre, whoever falls as running back 2 could still score pretty decently. So I like both of those. And then Blake Corum could continue the stack on there, but not just a big stacking running back guys on the lineup, but not opposed to it. I'm definitely probably taking a running back here.
That makes sense.
And yeah, so we've got 5 picks left. I'm probably going to end this with probably 4. So that would be 2 more running backs, give me 12 at 3. I'd go 1 more wide receiver, 1 more tight end. So yeah, I would have 1 pick to play with on where it shakes out. I think towards the end on what I want to do. I mean, I might go 3 tight ends, or I might just stick with 2 since I got Loveland, and I think he's probably going to be a top 3 tight end this year. But
something that people do is like they kind of get a good amount of tight ends because it can go to your flex and they score a decent amount of points.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Now it's the question of which do I want New England or do I want Denver? What's my buys look like? I've got a lot of 11 already.
I guess that's easy to 10.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Denver here. Let's go with Denver.
I'm not mad at it. Okay, I live in Colorado. No. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, there you go. Are you? And that's about to say. That's where are you guys? Where are you guys from? Are you from the area, or are you from somewhere differently?
We're actually like from LA.
Okay.
All of our family is, but I moved to Colorado like 9 years ago or something like that.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm still in LA.
Are you still in LA? I got you.
Colorado is nice though. Like honestly, like the big city and intensity and stuff like that. Like I live like in the countryside. I just love it.
Yeah, I live out in the country too here, and I love it. I'm not a city guy.
I've
never really been a city guy.
Overrated, dude. Being a city guy is overrated.
I mean, I don't mind the city at times, but like to live in it, and especially like a major city, like the town next to me, which is like 30 miles away, has like 70, 80,000 people, and to me, it's like that's if you go to eat lunch a day and you God, dude, you sit in line for an hour trying to get in traffic and I'm like, I hate this. Like, so.
Don't go to LA, bro. Don't go to LA.
I've only been to Cali maybe like 4 times in my life, and it was basically work trips. So not a lot of West Coast trips for me on that end. But I do a lot of work, which I do some estimating for some projects and stuff, so it's all over the map. But I do a lot of California jobs. Okay, I still could tack on New England here.
Yeah, you could, especially because you really like those two running backs. I mean,
I could tack on the LA Ram tight end too and add that stack.
really stack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're banking on the Rams being as good as you think they are, obviously we're nearly Super Bowl, lost to Seattle, but
we're gonna win this year, sir.
They're going in. They're going all the way in, man.
I mean, you have to, bro. You just improved like crazy, right? Like on defense, like you have the same team.
They got to keep Puka on the field somehow.
They got to get Puka to get his head back on straight and to quit biting people. And
yes.
Him and Rashee Rice.
Play ball, man.
Yeah, him and Rashee Rice just
I need to
have a meeting. You're like, okay, we're gonna just simmer down and just chill season.
I'm in between either New England running back or I really also like the Chargers wide receiver 2 here with Mike McDaniel in the offense and Justin Herbert. I feel like the wide receiver 2 for the Chargers could be a really nice pick too down here, especially where they're going. KC's wide receiver 2, okay. Buffalo's wide receiver 2, don't care. Obviously, these are 2 good ones, but we've already got, the ones. I don't know. I'm thinking on it. I'm going to ponder for a moment. You guys got any more streams coming up you want to plug real quick? Anything else you guys got coming up? Tell everybody about.
Yeah, we're actually gonna be streaming with Justin Herzig. So Justin Herzig,
oh nice.
For some people that don't know, right, he's an advisor for a company, and he owns a small percent of it, and which is why like when he goes on and he basically can't do a lot of drafts, but what he does is he can stream drafts with us. So we have 2 drafts coming up. 2 stream drafts coming up. One is on Monday, and the other one is the 26th.
Very nice. Yeah, I had Justin on last week.
I did. I saw that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, always. I've been a big fan of Herzig for. I was in when the. It's funny. I told him on stream, but I was in that finals with him when he won it.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah, I got like 47. I mean, I was literally almost dead last, but I was in it, and I told him about that because I was like. I don't even care about. Well, yeah.
I think that's fine, bro. And you got to have value too. Some value.
Yeah, I don't care. If week 11 kills me, it kills me. But it's gonna have to because I think it's too good a value. But that's what I was telling Justin. I was like, he was on Twitter that week. Of course, when we were getting into the finals week, and he was running sims on like everybody's team. Just like where they would shake out. In a projections format. And, of course, that's obviously before he won it. And everybody was excited. We were having a good time. Everybody was chatting about the week and, our teams and everything. And he ran this in for me on Twitter. That was before I really even knew who he was. And, but yeah, man, he's a sharp dude. Probably after he won that and started becoming kind of he's not so much of a talking head. He's more of he drafts still all the time. But obviously joined ETR, and that's whenever I started starting to watching him more than probably anybody out in space. I've always liked his approach. Very methodical, a very theoretical guy. Like he's always had the right approach to basketball. So obviously he wins a lot. So I mean,
like every year, he's like,
it's easy to want to listen to him. When he wins every single year. So it's like. If you want to listen to somebody who wins, listen to Herzig. I mean, it's proof's in the pudding, right?
Exactly. Yeah, no, he's very, very smart when it comes.
But yeah, cool dude. I've chatted with him a few times.
I mean, it was so interesting listening to him, come up with strategy for this format. He grabbed like 4 wide receiver 2s, and then he got 1 defense. I think
he did.
Just went 1D.
Yeah, but again, like
don't hate it at all. Let's see. I need a wide receiver. I think
there you go. You got your man's still there.
I wanted that. That's the one I wanted, and it seems like everything has been there as soon as I talked about it. And I guess since Riz Bryan isn't behind me, he's not taking all my guys because I'm talking about who I'm wanting to take at every pick. So
I think is it a delay? I think he said
He did say there's a little delay. That's why he can't snipe you.
Oh yeah.
Good.
We got to start putting that on our.
Why do you think we put a delay, dude? You think we?
That's
put a
nice.
delay?
There you go.
Smart.
All right. So yeah, we are coming up on the 15th pick, and I gotta see what would you guys, if you were looking at my team right now, you see what I've got. I've got the 2-4-4, 2-2. What would be your next pick, and what do you think I'm lacking at as far as like where I need some little extra value?
I would probably grab a tight end.
Yeah, same.
Just so I could hit your flex.
Okay.
Or a wide receiver too, or a tight end. Probably where I would.
Yeah, I was going to look and see kind of what other wide receivers we got here. I mean, we have the Cincinnati tight end. That one can probably play really well. I think that's probably the route I'm going to look at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, it is easier for a tight end, I guess, because only that tight end has to do good. For the wide receiver too, you need both players.
Right. That's kind of why I was like, I think tight end could actually hit my lineup more than probably another wide receiver too.
But that's the biggest debate. Like legit. Like people go crazy in our Discord. Like just, bro, no, you're stupid. The wide receiver.
Yeah, talking about the structures.
It's literally the wide receiver to the structure versus tight end. And what
That's always the discourse. And everybody, I'm sure it's 50-50 divided. Like half are going to say it should be a tight end and half are going to be saying you should be taking.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like KC wide receiver too. I could see the argument there. Even Jacksonville wide receiver too. I could definitely see the argument, but I think I'm just going to switch it up, and I'm just going to take Cincinnati. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I want to be as much tied to, and I've got the running back, but I didn't get any of the receivers, so obviously I think Cincinnati's going to have a high-powered offense. That should be that's what do you say? I play with the delay on purpose, so I'm not influenced. Oh, okay.
Oh,
well, good. You got the built-in. You've got the built-in delay.
Oh my god, bro. That's correct. I've never heard of that in my life.
I will say I do. I'm not a streamer per se. I stream whenever I just want. Again. So, but I'm in the same boat. Like I don't like to let anything influence. In a draft or whatever. I listen to smart people and I take what some of the stuff they say, and if I think it's viable, I implement it into what's he saying? Running back 2 is a dead pick unless you need one because of okay. Yeah, that's okay. You got a fair point. But tight end versus wide receiver 2, I choose tight end every time. Yeah, that's fair. I mean
looking at bye weeks, I don't know if that has to what does the bye weeks have?
I've got 4-11, 5-11s. 11 is a bad week for me.
Oh,
that is a bad week.
That's your bye week. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big have to do certain amount of bye weeks. Like, I like the players. I'm totally fine. Just, I'm not going to go overboard, but it's not obviously also not going to affect how I draft. But yeah, so we finished this up, guys. So here's where we finished. We did 2 quarterbacks. We had 4 running backs. We had 4 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, and 2 defenses. I'm guessing this is probably typically pretty standard here. It seems like a pretty standard. I noticed you guys were saying getting a 4-4, 3-3, those kinds of starts. So going to assume this looks a little bit standardish here. Probably did when we talked about going the Chicago tight end, I probably could have picked up another running back 1, but I don't hate it. I don't hate how the team finished here. Since I also do this with all of my guests that come on Extend the Drive here, I got to get a rating from you guys, 1 to 10 on the draft. We talked over some things, but yeah, let's recap the team real quick. So at quarterback, we got Buffaloes and the Rams. At running back, we have Cincy running back 1, Dow running back 1, Denver running back 2, and New England running back 2. Wide receivers, we got LA Rams wide receiver 1, Saints wide receiver 1, Jacksonville wide receiver 1, and then the Chargers wide receiver 2. Tight end, Chicago tight end, Rams tight end, Cincinnati tight end, then rounded it off at the defense special teams with Houston and Seattle. What do you guys think?
So we have to rate it. Okay, you go first, Rich.
Yeah. I want a rating, just 1 to 10, whatever you think. Has to be a 10 or you're not coming back on the stream again.
I'm going to go 100 million out of 10.
No,
I think it's – I think for sure the Loveland pick, but realistically, you also have Colson Loveland. So
yeah. I mean, if he ends up being a top 3 tight end, that pick's going to look like genius, you know?
Yeah.
So
You didn't say a number, Richard. So like,
no, I would say like 7 maybe.
that's fine.
yeah, that's what I would say.
And
Yeah.
I'm saying a California 7. So
So that's like a 7.5 then, right?
that's like the rest of the country. That's like 7.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, 7's good. I mean,
Listen, I mean, like that's the thing. It's just so. It's so hard to, we're prejudging based on all of our users saying, we don't know
what's being said.
You shouldn't have RB2s and, try to stick with this and that, right? Like I would say like having probably 2 RB2s is a little tricky because based on the data of them not, entering your
not hitting much.
Yeah, not hitting. But again, if your other players hit and if those specific RB2s hit, you can win it all.
Yeah. I mean, Rich, did you say the person who won it last year won with an RB2?
Yep. Well, what was your score?
It wasn't. It didn't.
It didn't hit his lineup, but he had a running back too.
But he had a running back too on his.
He made it to the finals. But he made it to the finals with.
Yeah, he made it to the final. It's Willis. Like
I know Willis. Yeah. I forgot he won it. Yeah, which of course I follow him too. He follows me. Good dude.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
What was the score, Boris? What was the score?
Score?
You didn't rate it. You didn't give the.
Oh, I did. I said I said a 7 too.
Oh, you copied me. Got it.
No. I was thinking about it beforehand.
No, it's cool. But also,
he said that number was already in his head.
But also, like the first draft is definitely like tough for everyone, and I will say that's why the first draft is free. So
good point. And I was gonna say that before, which I knew that's where you were going, but I'm glad you pointed that out. So yeah, first draft on your guys is free. Jump on there, SBS Fantasy. Get on there, you get your first one free, then you guys load up, get in there, start getting this tournament going. So yeah, I mean, how are you guys looking right now? Is like fill rate? Like I know you don't have exact fill rate, but how's is it starting to pick up, ramp up quite a bit now that we're getting kind of into the August month? More people are starting to play more fantasy football. You guys should probably be starting to ramp up a little bit with the entrance.
Yeah, we're at 50% right now, which is good. Like this is definitely the heaviest weeks that are about to come up, and it's
I was gonna say you guys probably should be rolling with the next couple of weeks. And I've been watching a little bit of the tweets, where you guys are talking about how many you're going daily. So yeah, but big props, man. So yeah, let's. So I see the marketplace here. So let's quickly talk. You can sell your team, you can buy teams, you get offers. So this is really cool too. Yeah, I haven't seen this part yet. So. Yeah, you can list it for sale,
and we're gonna make it sick too. We'll definitely put some work in, and when the season's live, we're gonna show like what are the best teams and like, what are good deals.
Kind of give some showcase and push those. Maybe somebody doesn't see it in the market, and maybe somebody wants to list theirs if they see you guys pushing it and they're like, oh, maybe this team's better than I thought.
Yeah, and if you specifically like send us money, we'll put your teams at the front. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hey, that's how this works, right? You're supposed to wait till after the stream to say that, though.
Yeah. No. But yeah, and the cool thing is like, right, you can, because we have weekly. That's the cool thing, right? Like we combine the weekly and season long prizes. So we have weekly and season long. So like you can see like, oh, okay, like this specific team has won X amount of money throughout the weeks. Or in the playoffs, and it'll tell you, okay, like this team, has won $1,000 or whatever.
Right.
Okay, wow, clearly it's doing well. I want to buy it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, and again, I know we kind of hit that. Your standard draft types here: the pro, standard draft, you compete, the jackpot, like you guys kind of mentioned before. I wanted to touch base on that again before we got off, and in case anybody jumped on late. But yeah, you win your league, skip straight to the final with the jackpot. Is that a 1% chance of happening, or is that just what like the average is right now of that of what's happened?
That's a great question. So pretty much, yeah, if you could see up there, there's the percent. So we guarantee 1 out of every 100 drafts has a jackpot. So once drafts are rolling off without a jackpot, that number goes up and up and up.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like progressive. There you go.
Yep. And then as soon as it hits, it resets and boom. And the one in the next 100 drafts has a jackpot.
Dude, it's crazy. Like when the percent is like 10%, 15%, 20%, right? I mean, there's so many drafts. Like, dude, there was literally like I think a week ago where there was like 25 drafts at the same time. It was slow drafts. They were smart enough because we added slow drafts this year. We didn't have it last year, so people were literally doing like 10 fast drafts at the same time, trying to hit the jackpot.
Yeah,
it was not fun for people, but now we have slow drafts, so they're smart enough. They're like, okay, I'm just going to click into the next 20 slow drafts that at least guarantee a jackpot.
And that's what I was going to say. So whenever it goes off is when, like, whenever the draft starts is when those numbers start to go up. So even if you do enter like 20 slows, as soon as they start like that, those numbers start going up, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then the wheel here. I don't think we touched on the wheel.
Yeah, if you click that wheel. Bam, the beauty.
Yeah. So when do you get these? Like, is this just something that's random, or how do you get to spin the wheel?
Yeah. So
did we touch on that?
No, we have it. So it's a bunch of promos practically. So we incentivize like people to draft or purchase. Like if you do 4 drafts in a day, you get to spin the wheel. If you get picked 10 in a draft, you get to spin the wheel. There's like a bunch of promos, and then also this year because people love the wheel, we made it so where every single time, every single time you buy, you actually get to spin the wheel, but we just subtract 1 pass because you already got the pass for purchasing, but you still get to spin the wheel so you can win more on top.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean 20 drafts, jackpot, Jack Hall of Fame, then you get jackpot. So yeah, I mean you could definitely instead of having to get it in the draft, like get it in the wheel, right? I mean basically a free advance there. So that's really cool too. Yeah, I like that.
You still gotta win. You still gotta win.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? Like it's not a play to win type thing. Okay, you just sprint, but like you have to do well. You have to win the league, and then you have to, in the finals, you're still playing against a lot of people and stuff like that. In the finals.
Yeah, you're playing against the best of the teams already. Like, so you still have to win to get there, basically.
Still have to win. Exactly. Right. And the one other thing that we added, which is like, okay, we have the wheel, we have the slot, we have like packs. So just like Pokemon and all that, like we have packs. So basically, every time you draft, you earn packs, and
you got a pack right there. Boom.
Yeah, you have a pack. So like at the end of the day, at 9 p.m. PT, you basically open up all your packs. Like for every draft you've done, you get a pack, and you open it up, and there's prizes every single day.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, this reminds me of like Top Shot. But I mean, I know there's I will say that is one thing that I did do for a minute when it first came out. That was really cool.
So you were into space, even me.
I've been like in and out of it. I've bought into crypto a lot and gotten out of it, and like, I'm like, it's not going nowhere. It's I'm your typical like the casual. Call me the casual. I'm that guy.
But like the biggest thing we wanted to do this year was to make the whole experience to where you don't even know that anything is on the chain or anything like that. Like you purchase with a debit card, PayPal, Venmo. It's pretty much.
I do think that's. I was gonna say. So you guys take all payment forms like PayPal, all that stuff. Like
when you sign up, you just sign up with your email. The marketplace is on our site. You don't have to go to OpenSea or whatever. Like
nice. And it's all like you said, it's all in one spot. You don't have to go anywhere else. Yeah, I mean, look how much like I think there's a lot of features. Like there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. Like you said,
there's a lot.
Marketplace. There's a lot to do. You guys got. I mean, everybody got to check this out. So
thank you so much, Sean.
Yeah,
it means a lot. Us being here, you having us here, and it was a blast, man. That team better.
I had a lot of fun. I mean, I'm gonna have to go draft some more now. I did say I wanted to do like 10 to 20 of these, so I'm gonna have to get on the ball now because now like you guys said, like there's so much more strategy that obviously when I'm off stream, I can sit there and think about it a little bit more and kind of think through those picks a little bit better. But when you're on stream, you're trying to chat, trying to get the dialogue moving, keep everything going, and it's kind of hard to concentrate a little bit.
It's tough.
But,
and maybe you can't do this on stream. You'd have to think about it. But like having someone like you're like the prime example, like someone that does so much best ball, to really get your gauge on like team positions versus players. Like how much is it like, okay, really like I've done players, I'm good at the players maybe. I don't want to do team positions. It's too much. Like it's too much strategy. Or it's like, okay, wow, like I've done too many players. This is very interesting. There's value. Like all this stuff. Like, it's just interesting to gauge people that have done it, and we have a lot of people from DK and UD that do enjoy it.
It's a cool crossover for sure.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know.
Also,
no, I agree. It does make you think a lot more, like when you're drafting. Like you said, when you draft, I've done 300 or 400 teams and just selected players. Like it kind of comes like second knowledge. It's like repetition, Where this, you kind of have to think a little bit more. Again, you have to. The structure is built in with the value of each spot more than you're just like clicking a name every single time. So yeah, totally agree on that.
Yeah, it's refreshing. Also, last shameless plug. There is a new user purchase bonus. So if anybody does the one free draft and then wants to buy any, we do give you extra perks up to 20 drafts.
But yeah, basically every purchase you do, you get two free drafts.
Okay.
Up to 20.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's not, I'll say there's not a lot of companies that are giving away, as the much value guys that you guys are giving as far as rewarding the user for being on the side. So definitely major props on that. Yeah, it's cool. It's good stuff. All right, Rich, Boris, guys, you guys are great. You guys are legends. Appreciate you coming on. This was episode number 42. Extend the Drive Best Ball Live. Again, all stuff's in the bottom. I got the SBS Fantasy link there. I've got both of these guys on X. Go follow them. They're great follows. Very hyped in the community. Love fantasy football, just like all of us. So go give these guys a follow. Go check out SBS. Get in the banana best ball. 100K, 25K up top. Go draft over there. See what they're all about. Lots of good value. Get in the marketplace. Maybe sell your team for $1 million. Who knows? But yeah. All right. Anything last words, guys? Anything else you guys want to plug before we hop off?
Subscribe to Sean's channel if you're from SBS.
Yes,
you having us.
Appreciate it.
This was a lot of fun, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Again, go check him out. Give a like, give a sub if you enjoyed the show. Hopefully you did. And we will be back on Thursday. So appreciate everybody viewing, and we are out.